title of this video is Supreme Court Unleashes Trump's Agenda. Nationwide Injunctions Crushed. In a series of pivotal decisions, the Supreme Court has significantly altered the legal landscape, effectively clearing obstacles for the Trump administration's agenda. Limiting nationwide injunctions. Decided, June 27, 2025. In a 6-3 decision in Trump versus CASA, Incorporated, consolidated with Trump v. Washington and Trump v. New Jersey, the court sharply curtailed the ability of individual federal judges to issue universal injunctions, orders that block a government policy from taking effect anywhere in the country, not just for the parties directly involved in the lawsuit. This ruling stemmed from legal challenges to President Trump's executive order seeking to deny birthright citizenship to children born in the U.S. to parents in the country, illegally or temporarily. While the court did not rule on the constitutionality of the birthright citizenship order itself, it deemed nationwide injunctions to generally exceed the equitable authority granted to federal courts. This decision is a major victory for the Trump administration, which has long argued that such injunctions, often issued by a single judge, have stymied its policy initiatives across various domains. It means that future legal challenges to presidential actions will likely need to proceed through class action lawsuits or other mechanisms to achieve broad relief, rather than immediate nationwide blocks. This ruling is expected to have far-reaching consequences, potentially clearing the path for several Trump policies that had been stalled by lower court orders, including birthright citizenship. While the ultimate fate of President Trump's executive order on birthright citizenship remains to be determined on its merits, the Supreme Court's ruling removes the immediate nationwide block that had been in place. Opponents of the policy are now exploring new legal strategies, such as refiling lawsuits as class actions, to continue their challenges. The Executive Order 14,160 is set to take effect on July 27, 2025. Immigration policies. Other immigration-related policies, such as those concerning swift deportations to third countries and funding for legal representation for unaccompanied migrant children, which had also faced nationwide injunctions, could now proceed or see their challenges recalibrated. Federal workforce reductions. Attempts to downsize the federal workforce, including layoffs at the Education Department and other agencies previously halted by nationwide injunctions, may now move forward. Diversity, equity, and inclusion (DEI) programs. Executive orders seeking to reduce government support for DEI initiatives, which were largely blocked by lower courts, could also see renewed implementation. Religious freedom and education. Decided June 27, 2025. In Mahmoud v. Taylor, the court sided with parents who objected to public school lessons using LGBTQ+ inclusive storybooks, ruling in favor of religious freedom concerns. This aligns with broader conservative priorities regarding education and parental rights. The court held that the Montgomery County Board of Education's policy of not permitting opt-outs violated the parents' right to free exercise of religion under the First Amendment. Affordable Care Act, ACA. Preventive Services. Decided June 27, 2025. In Kennedy v. Braidwood Management, Inc., the court upheld a key provision of the Affordable Care Act, ACA, related to coverage of preventive services without cost sharing. This ruling affirms the authority of the U.S. Preventive Services Task Force, USPSTF, and ensures that services like cancer screenings, immunizations, and HIV pre-exposure prophylaxis, PrEP, continue to be covered without out-of-pocket costs for over 150 million Americans. While this was a victory for public health advocates, some experts suggest future legal challenges to health policy may shift focus to the evidence underpinning federal recommendations. Pornography website age verification. While a specific Supreme Court decision on a Texas law requiring age verification for commercial websites publishing sexually explicit content with a definite date is not readily available within the provided information. The broader trend of decisions supporting conservative social policies suggests such a ruling would align with the current court's leanings. This type of legislation generally aims to address concerns about minors' access to sexually explicit material and is often supported by conservative groups. Dissents and future implications. The court's decisions, particularly on nationwide injunctions, were met with strong dissents from the liberal justices. Justices Sonia Sotomayor and Ketanji Brown Jackson criticized the majority for what they described as an open invitation for the government to bypass the Constitution and an attack on the judiciary's role in checking executive power. The wave of decisions by the Supreme Court, which now includes 3 justices appointed by President Trump during his first term, largely reflects a robust view of executive power and a conservative judicial philosophy. While legal battles are far from over, these rulings provide the Trump administration with greater leeway to implement its policies and shape the direction of the country. The focus for opponents will now shift to narrower, party-specific challenges and the strategic use of class actions to continue resisting the administration's agenda.